Seoul, South Korea, the Korean Communications Standards Commission, KCSC, is considering legal sanctions against JTBC, one of South Korea's leading television stations, after inaccurate reports of an incident involving BTS member Suga. Although a final decision has not yet been made, early indications suggest that decisive action may be taken. Commissioner Ryu Hiram of the KCSC highlighted serious concerns regarding this incident. In his statement, he indicated that JTBC may have acted recklessly in the dissemination of unverified information. Of course, this time, they seem to be greedy, but I think we need to hear the opinions of those involved about how the unconfirmed footage ended up being reported as if it were real. Commissioner Ryu said, "The incident has drawn public attention and generated outrage among BTS fans as well as the wider public, who are demanding greater responsibility from the media in reporting true and not misleading news. If legal sanctions are imposed, this will set an important precedent in the enforcement of journalistic standards in South Korea, especially in cases involving sensitive information about well-known public figures." The Korea Communications Standards Commission, tasked with overseeing and ensuring fair journalistic practices, has said it will continue to investigate the case carefully before making a final decision. JTBC has yet to give an official response to the potential sanctions, but pressure from the public and media watchdogs continues to mount. This case is an important reminder for the media to always verify information before it is broadcast, in order to maintain public trust and journalistic integrity. While KCSC continues to explore the case, media observers and academics have also commented on the importance of transparency and accountability in journalism, especially in today's digital age. Many argue that the dissemination of inaccurate or sensationalized information can damage an individual's reputation and undermine public confidence in the media as a whole. In today's media climate, where news spreads rapidly through multiple platforms, it is important for media outlets to be careful and responsible in reporting information, said Professor Kim Ji-hyun, a media expert from Seoul University. Cases like this highlight the need for a more cautious and ethical approach in journalism, especially when it comes to public figures of great influence. The incident also raised questions about JTBC's internal process of verifying news before it is broadcast. The public is now waiting for an official response from the television station, as well as what measures they will take to prevent similar events in the future. Some experts have suggested that JTBC conduct an internal audit of their editorial procedures and adopt stricter standards to ensure the accuracy of their reports. In the midst of this controversy, BTS fans, known as ARMY, have shown their full support for Suga and are demanding justice. They have started various campaigns on social media, calling for greater responsibility on the part of the media and requesting a formal apology from JTBC. The case will continue to be closely monitored by the public and the media world. KCSC's decision will be an important barometer in determining how journalism standards in South Korea will be set in the future. Whatever the outcome, this incident has opened a wider discussion about the ethics of journalism and the importance of maintaining integrity and trust in the media industry. While public attention continues to be drawn to the case, various speculations have emerged regarding the potential long-term impact on JTBC and the South Korean media industry as a whole. If legal sanctions are actually imposed, this could be a stark warning to other media outlets to be more careful in their reporting practices. Some media observers say that this case could be an important momentum for reform in the journalism industry in South Korea. If sanctions are imposed, it will send a strong message that the spread of false or unverified information will not be tolerated, especially when the impact is so great, said Han Soo-min, a media analyst. This could trigger significant changes in the way the media operates, from internal training to stricter enforcement of the code of conduct. On the other hand, there are also concerns that legal sanctions could have a chilling effect on journalists, making them more cautious in reporting controversial or sensitive news, which could have an impact on press freedom. However, most of the public seems to be in favor of tough action against JTBC, wanting higher standards of journalism and greater transparency from the media. Not only that, the reputation of JTBC, which was previously known as one of the credible television stations, is now under the spotlight. Their credibility is at stake, and how they handle this situation will greatly affect their image in the eyes of the public. Some within the industry urged JTBC to take proactive steps in restoring public trust, including by issuing a sincere apology and improving their internal procedures. JTBC is now at a crossroads, where their decisions and further actions will determine their future. With ever-increasing pressure from KCSC and the public, these television stations must act immediately to address this issue and demonstrate their commitment to responsible journalistic practices. This case will not only be a turning point for JTBC, but also for the South Korean media industry as a whole. With such intense scrutiny from various parties, the outcome of the investigation and the final decision of the KCSC will be an important reference for the media industry going forward in maintaining a balance between press freedom and journalistic responsibility. The public is now looking forward to the continuation of the case, in the hope that the measures taken by all parties will lead to an improvement in the quality of journalism and a better protection of the truth and public trust. In the coming days, various meetings and intensive discussions are expected to take place at the Korean Communications Standards Commission, KCSC. The commissioners will look into all aspects of the incident, including how the unverified report escaped JTBC's editorial oversight and was made public. This raises fundamental questions about the integrity and verification procedures that the media should implement in each of their reports. Some legal experts argue that if KCSC decides to impose sanctions, JTBC could face serious consequences, ranging from large fines to restrictions in their operations. These sanctions will not only have a financial impact, but could also lower their reputation in the media industry, which could further reduce public confidence drastically, said Choi Min-woo, a lawyer who focuses on media law. On the other hand, the KCSC decision could also be an important reference for future law enforcement, especially in cases involving inaccurate or manipulative news reports. Many expect that the firm move from the KCSC will create new standards in South Korean journalism, which not only protect the public from misleading information, but also promote higher accountability among journalists and the media. Not only in South Korea, this incident also received attention from the international media and the global community. BTS, as one of the music groups with tremendous global influence, has millions of fans around the world who are also closely following the development of this case. They hope that the results of this investigation will provide important lessons about how the media should operate in the digital age, where information spreads quickly and can have a major impact on the lives of individuals. Although JTBC is under great pressure, some parties hope that this television station will learn from this incident and take concrete steps to correct their mistakes. Some of the suggestions that have emerged include increased training for journalists, the creation of stronger internal committees for editorial oversight, as well as the implementation of stricter policies in verifying information before it is broadcast.